today. It might be a little bit noisier. Okay, let's see. Then let me test the audio here. I'm early today because I'm working from home, well, remotely. I don't have to be at home to work. You know, let's see. Let me check. The audio, perfect. Yes, we're good. We're live. Okay, let me put the subscriber mode on. Put it for 5 minutes in case anybody new comes in. Let's see. So when I was coming over here, I saw crows, I saw a mourning dove. Let's see. Why am I in my music app? I'm not going to listen to music right now. I want to just switch my accounts. Let's see. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a great day wherever you are. My name is Tan, Artemis Oracle. Let's see what messages we have for the collective. I was going to go on live yesterday, but then I was just like, no, I just want to sleep. I slept. I got a lot of sleep. I needed it. I totally needed it. Rest is never a bad thing, especially when you need it. So listen to your body. Always listen to your body. Okay? So let's see. I got my Archangel Michael deck here. Let's see what messages Archangel Michael has for us today. Let's see. Oops. I do. Hi. Okay. Let's see. What messages does the collective need to know at this time? Archangel Michael, thank you for being here and for protecting me and anyone who asks for your protection. What messages do we need to know today for our highest and greatest good? Whenever the collective happens to watch this reading, whether they're watching the replay or watching the live stream, what Archangel Michael messages do we have? Archangel Michael, what messages do we need to hear today? Archangel Michael, what messages do we need to hear today? I was dancing before I went on. I needed it. And if you're ever in a place, I'm gonna give you a little tip. If you're ever in a place and there's people around doing things that you really don't like, then do something that may disturb them. Because there were people that were behind me smoking weed, you know, but I'm like, okay, if, you know, they could do that, why can't I dance right now? So I started dancing. I don't know if they left because I was dancing or because they finished their weed. But it was like the timing was impeccable though. Okay, what messages does the collective need to know? Archangel Michael, what messages does the collective need to know at this time? Okay, just so everyone knows, I'm not answering any yes or no questions. I'm not answering any questions. You will have to wait for a live stream for where that says yes or no questions. So, okay. Archangel Michael, what messages does the collective need to know at this time? Okay. No messages? You don't have any messages for us? It was just a message for me? Hello. Oh my gosh, I love this every time. I love when this card comes out. Archangel Michael is with you now. I know you are. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here helping you. Some of you needed that confirmation. If you've been speaking to Archangel Michael, He hears your prayers. He hears your message. He hears your pleas. And he is working on it. So he needs you to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Recognize the signs. If you're distracted, you're not going to see the signs, okay? And this card combination has come out a couple of times before. So if you are asking for Archangel Michael's guidance, advice, or just to know that everything is going to be okay, he is giving you signs. He's giving you synchronicities. You may be seeing birds, coins, feathers, butterflies, or anything that is you consider to be a sign to you. That's a personal sign to you. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance, okay? So if you've been sending out pleas to not only Archangel Michael, but any of the other archangels, for healing, which is Raphael, for peace, Shemuel, what else? There's Metatron, there's other archangels, Gabriel. You need to pay attention to the signs. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So if there's something that you're working on, you know, you're there, but you're not completely there. There's certain things that you need to work out. You need certain kinks that need to be worked out, you know. If you've already started implementing certain changes or started taking action with a plan and you're seeing that it's not working, then you need to see what exactly isn't working. What are your expectations and what is the result? And then look at exactly what it is you're doing that may be the reason why something's not working out the way you're hoping for it to. And trust in divine purpose. 34, trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. Okay, so some of you may be on a new journey. You're heading into something new, doing something different that is going to force, and not in a negative way. It could be for some of you. You could be going through a challenging time, but you're meant to go through the growing pains to overcome whatever it is. But know that you are protected. Know that your pleas are being heard by the angels and that they're sending you the signs that you need to know. It could be numbers, birds, coins, butterflies, feathers, or whatever you consider to be a personal sign for you, an auspicious sign for you. And also pay attention to the things that you're working on and and the results that you're getting, and see what areas you need to tweak before you consider moving forward. Remember, you want to build something on a strong foundation, not one that's faulty. Okay, and trust that everything will happen in due time, the way it's meant to. Certain things are beyond your control, and you're going to have to accept that. I say that because I understand too. I have to understand that myself. You know, we all have to understand that. We don't have control over everything. Certain things are beyond our control. The only thing we have a control over is our own actions. That's it. No one else's. Okay? So that we got the numbers 34, 3, 26, and 8. So those are the Archangel Michael messages. Also pray from the heart. Make sure that whatever you're praying for, it's coming from your heart. That isn't coming from an inauthentic place. Hey, Christy, how are you? Okay, so we got that. Those messages. I'll put them back in the... I love that Archangel Michael is with you now. Yes, I know you are. I know you are. All right, let's see what your current energy is. What's going on? What's your current energy? It could be the energy that's around you. Hey, Monette, I'm good, and you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here, everyone. So let's see what's the energy that's around you. It could be your own energy, or it could be the energy of others, or the environment, the situation. Take it as it resonates. I don't know you. I don't know your situation. So take it as it resonates. I think people have to understand, since this is a collective reading, everybody's situation is different, and people have to understand this is it can resonate with you, but it could resonate with other people, but it may not resonate with anybody. But it could be something that's going on around you. All right. To get a personal reading, email me. Okay, email me. My email is in my... I haven't put in the description box. I have to do that, but it's in the About Me page of my channel. You will find my email there. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead too. Okay, so the energy for you all that I'm getting 42. Well, this is funny because when I just said that, she's working and listening. Woman with a coin. Woman holding a coin. Okay, this is kind of like the Queen of Pentacles. Someone who is working on their abundance, who is already in an abundant space, feeling really good about themselves, feeling like they have everything they need, they're not in lack. Or that's something that you're working towards. And it doesn't have to be only a woman, it could be a masculine energy. So it's just a person holding a coin that just happens to look like a woman on the card. Okay? So the number 42 may be significant to you. Okay, what else? Some of you can be the woman holding the coin, or you could be dealing with a woman holding a coin. Okay, any other energy? Let's just look at that card. Let's not complicate it. Okay, that's funny because the card before that one is the throat chakra. No, sorry, that's not the throat chakra, sorry. I thought it was. The throat chakra is the color blue. There's no blue here in this card, at least prominently. But some of you may need to be speaking up about something. It was 7th chakra. The 7th chakra is your crown chakra. Messages, downloads that you're getting, you connecting to source spirit. You know, it could be your dreams. It could be inspiration, sudden inspiration. You may be getting some sort of inspiration that may have to do with you making more money or with your job. But let's find out. Female connection in money, health, or value. And since this card came on the upper, I'm going to read that meaning. I'm going to read both meanings, you know, because sometimes, depending on your specific situation. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm just looking at a bird that just landed over here. It's not a mourning dove. That's not a mourning dove. Okay. This elegantly dressed woman on the card sits on a beautiful chair holding a bright gold coin. When the card comes upright in the woman's reading, it may refer to her directly or to a successful endeavor regarding her own finances and health. This card could also signal a woman of support or assistance regarding these issues. She may give you financial advice or connect you with someone who does. This woman may be someone you meet where you make your money, or it may be a woman of wealth and value. Or it may be, either way, this card is telling you to be on the lookout for helpful assistance or even the possibility of new love or friendship connected to a woman of wealth and business. I'm going to read the reverse just in case, because sometimes some of you may be not in the best financial situation. So I'm going to read the shadow aspect of this card if it was in reverse. This card reverse could indicate that you're feeling unsure or fearful about finances or some health issue. It could also reveal a lack of value for yourself and your own life, pointing to someone else. When this card comes in reverse, it shows a woman who may be reducing your own money or simply may not have your best interests in mind regarding your financial affairs. It could also be someone who devalues or criticizes you or causes you to doubt your own value. It could even be that the harmful energies of a woman from the past are still influencing you today. Be aware that you don't have to let anyone's negative vibration influence you at any time. Release any toxic connection and know that you are free to define and value yourself no matter what. And the affirmation is: the world supports me in my financial goals. I am synchronistic. I am making synchronistic connections that serve and honor me. Okay, so someone may have needed to hear that. Someone may be in this place where they feel like they have everything they need, or someone may feel like they're lacking. It could be because there's actual issues with finances, or it has to do with self-esteem. Okay, so whatever it is, be on the lookout for anyone who can be in this toxic energy. You know, don't let them influence you or the way you value yourself or whatever you're going through at this time, especially when it comes to your finances. If you see someone is trying to mess with your money in some way, then you definitely need to speak up. And it's funny that I mentioned the throat chakra. You need to speak up for yourself. Speak your truth. If that resonates with you. But for some of you, you could be at this really good place where you feel very good health-wise, like you have everything you need. And there could be a new possibility, a new opportunity coming towards you with finances. And it may be coming from a woman holding a coin. Maybe it's It could be anybody, a feminine. It doesn't necessarily have to be a feminine. It could be a feminine man, you know, for all you know. But remember your worth. Remember your value. And don't let anyone try to throw you off your throne. Okay? You're secure on your throne. But make sure you're also taking care of yourself. You're nurturing yourself. That you're taking care of any health matters that may be coming up or you have experienced. Don't let that get out of control, I would say. Okay. Let me see. I'm putting these cards away because you see it's windy here. Let me see about any other cards. I'm going into the revealing the truth deck to see what messages you need to know at this time. I have some love cards coming out, but okay, let's see what messages you need to know at this time. Hello. Hi, Mary. How are you? Let's see. What truths you need to know? I'll just need 3 cards for it. I gotta keep this short. What messages does the collective need to know? Okay, that's good to know. All right, what messages does the collective need to know at this time? Spirit angels, guides. Spirit angels, guides. What messages does the collective need to know for the highest? Okay, that's good. A card fell. Sixth sense, subconscious, intuition. Okay, you need to follow your intuition. Listen to your intuition. If there's someone you feel like, it could be either way. Your intuition could let you know about something good coming towards you or something that you need to look out for. So if you feel like, just pay attention to whatever your intuition is telling you. Hi, Raul, how are you? Okay, just so everybody knows I'm not answering questions, okay? I just gotta put that out there. So these cards are reversed. Follow your intuition. Follow your heart. Okay. Okay. What? So my message is please, Spirit. What does the intuition have to do with? Tell us about intuition or any other messages the collective needs to know at this time for the highest and greatest good. What messages the collective needs to know for the highest and greatest good? Ascending, level up, promotion, progress. I love how this is, but you know, I don't want to speak too soon, you know? You know how sometimes we get curveballs in readings, so let's just see what comes out. What else does the collective need? Intuition, ascending. Some of your intuition could be strengthening at this time. I know there's this astrological event going on. I forgot what it's called. It's called Barbelt's Basket. Barbelt's Basket. So it has to do with 5 planets. Like I'm still trying to understand what I'm still trying to understand what that transit means, you know. I know it's named after an astrologer, but let's see. Okay, good to know. All right, anything else, Spirit? What other messages the collective need to know? Wait. What messages the collective need to know? One more, please. One more. That one. Immortality. Oh my gosh. Rising from the ashes. The phoenix rising from the ashes. If there has been something like like challenging that you've been going through, you're reaching the tail end of that, and you're gonna be ascending from that. If you think about the phoenix from the ashes, he ascends. They ascend from the fires, the ashes and stuff. You know. So some of you may be overcoming something, like I said, some of you could know there. Maybe there's. All right, if you know, some of you may be getting some sort of promotion. This could be some increase. You're making progress with something. There's something that you're working on. You're going to be overcoming it. You're going to be definitely, it's overcoming, but I feel like there's another word I want to say besides ascend. But you're going to be seeing progress with it and changes. But it's tied to you following your intuition, you know, or following your sixth sense. They say the sixth sense is our intuition, but it could be other things too. They could be getting certain, if you have to know how your body works. Everybody is definitely different when it comes to how they sense things. I know we have our gut feelings. We have those nudges that we get those, and we get even like these random, they say it's kind of like, what's that word? The intrusive thoughts. You know, which ones are the bad ones? The ones that tell you to do something harmful, those are bad thoughts. Those are the bad, but sometimes your intuition could be intrusive thoughts too, because you're like, where the hell is this coming from? Like some random thought, idea, or message that you're receiving. You're like, but it kind of makes sense. But like sometimes people have these other thoughts that are not helpful, you know. So be discerning with the thoughts that you're, the intrusive thoughts that you're getting. Because I saw somebody talking about this before. But there's certain things, like if your intuition is telling you, or something's telling you to put your hand in a blender, don't fucking do it. Don't do that. That's stupid. That's stupid, you know? Because sometimes we think like that. We have those thoughts. That's not your intuition, okay? Your intuition tells you a fact. No emotion tied to it, nothing. It's just like a simple fact. I always make that example of milk is white. You don't get a feeling out of that. You don't get upset. You don't, because it's a fact. It's something neutral. It makes sense. And it doesn't make you feel good, it doesn't make you feel bad, but it brings you clarity, understanding about something, okay? But there's something that your intuition is telling you. You need to follow it. It may be guiding you towards something. It may be giving you the answer that you need. Or even it's just clarifying something for you. That's gonna allow you to overcome whatever situation you're experiencing. You may have Scorpio in your chart. Don't have to. The only reason why I'm saying that is because of the immortality card, and that to me is Scorpio card. Is a Scorpion energy, the death rebirth. So some of you, hi Teresa. There's something ending, but it's bringing a new beginning. Something could be coming back to life. Some of you may be realizing something may be coming back from the dead. Tomorrow's the last day of Mercury retrograde, but we do have that post-shadow period. There could have been something that rose up, that came back from the dead, that you needed to take care of. Some of you may have had unfinished business with something from the past that now you're going to be closing out, and it's going to allow you to move forward. And it's going to allow you to move forward, go into your new path. It's also going to bring you a lot of enlightenment, make you feel more confident with where you are, or who you are, or where you're going. Confident with where you're going, confident with who you are. And even be confirmation that whatever you're doing, you're on the right path too. But like I said, okay, that was a street card, key. Key. It's funny because I see the street card. It came on the reverse, but then this message may not resonate with everybody. So please, because I saw the street card in reverse, and then I saw the key card in the bottom. Some of you may be getting a key to a new place. I don't know when that's going to happen for you. I don't know when, but it's going to be happening. Because this in the reverse is street. And that key. I thought about homelessness. So in the reverse. So I feel like some of you, that's something that you're experiencing, and I don't want anybody to put their business out there if that resonates with you. That's going to be coming to an end, you know. Some of you are going to be handed that key to your new place, you know. Or there's going to be some sort of, because we did have the woman holding a coin, something that's going to get you out of this being out in the streets, out in the cold. Something's going to get you out. You're going to be finding a solution. There's going to be a key person that's coming to your life that's going to give you the answers, the support, the resources, or access to resources that you need in order to get you out of whatever situation you may be experiencing, you know. This card, it says street circulation, sports exhibit, but that's not for, you know. But I thought about homelessness. Yeah. So I hope that is helpful to someone who needed to hear it. Let's see. Some of those cards still flipped over. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Let me see something. Some of my cards are in reverse. I don't know why I fixed them. Yeesh. I saw the affairs card. I'm saying it a couple times now. I don't know if some of you are in a situation where someone may have been unfaithful, or you already left that situation. So that could also be something that's closing out for you, and then you're moving forward. And that could be what was the cause of any financial hardship you may have experienced, or even not having a secure, safe place to be, you know, if it came to a home. Like, I don't know if some of you had to leave your home because somebody was unfaithful, or you had to kick somebody out because they were unfaithful. I don't know. That's somebody's message. That's a side message. So I kept seeing that card. I'm like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. But it was like, you're going to see me. Someone needs to hear this. Okay. Let's see what time it is. Now, let's go to love. I just want to do a 3-card spread for love. But look, this fucking card is still there. Oh my God. Go away. Just so everyone knows, I am not in a relationship. I'm not dealing with anybody. There is no affairs going on in my part. This is not my story. In order to have an affair, you have to be in a relationship or dealing with anybody. I'm not. That's not for me. It's funny because I have my tarot deck here and I see the Queen of Pentacles. and I was saying that this card, the Queen of Pentacles, the woman holding the coin. Some of you can have earth sign, Capricorn or Virgo. My phone did some shit. It was like trying to force a restart. I'm like, no, bitch. No, not right now. I'm sorry. My live stream was got messed up because of that. All right, let's see what love messages we have. So intuition, ascending, and immortality. Let's see if this. Let's see if anything relates. So like I said, some of you could have earth in your chart. You could be dealing with somebody that has an earth sign, or is an earth sign in their chart. It doesn't have to be the sun. It could be the sun, moon, rising, Venus. Okay. What love messages? What does the collective need to know about love right now, Spirit? Angels, guides. I'm usually not here this, well, yeah, sometimes I am. The last time I was here this late, was I even on live? Because I went on pretty early in the weekend. What messages does the collective need to know at this time when it comes to love? Okay. What messages does the collective... Okay, bluff came out. Pretending, mask, exaggeration. Okay. Let's see what other cards come out before I make any assumptions. Bluff. Tell me more. 2 more cards, please. This 2. Ooh. All right. All right, we got divine feminine, yin, feminine energy. Okay. It's funny because I'm gonna look at these cards. All right. We have pretending, mask, exaggeration with the bluff card. Then the other card we got was pain, apprehensive, afraid, cautious, and perspective, better off, happiness, clear head space, divine feminine. Some of you could be the divine feminine. You could be a feminine, or you could be dealing with the divine feminine. There's somebody who's like pretending that they're not hurt, that they're not sad, they're not in pain, or they're just hiding. They're putting up some sort of facade because of something that disappointing or sad that has happened. Either you or the person you may be dealing with are looking at things from a different perspective, hangman energy, where you're saying that things, I don't know what happened. It could be anything that happened in your situation, but it could be one where there was pain involved, pain, disappointment, grief. But it says apprehensive, afraid, cautious. I think I'm going to clarify these. But perspective, somebody feels like maybe like things are better off the way they are, you know, looking at things from a different lens, seeing the bigger picture. You know, sometimes when you're in the, I say like the thick of it, I didn't make that up, but when you're in the thick of it with something, a situation, it's hard to see things clearly, but sometimes you need to take a step back, take your emotions out of the equations just so that you could see, look at things from a logical standpoint, a logical perspective. Some of you may have needed to do that because you could have been dealing with a situation that has caused you pain, and you may have pretended that everything was okay, that you weren't bothered. And, you know, I think that we tend to do that, masculine or feminine, we tend to do this when we're settling for something that's not right for us. But then the pain that we're experiencing too could be tied to that unease with settling, that we're not getting everything we want, and that we're feeling a sense of unfulfillment, bitterness, betrayal, you know. And whenever you have that in your heart, or you feel that way, then it's going to bring you some sort of discomfort. It could be physical symptoms like pain, headaches, you know, stomach issues, digestive issues. But someone could be pretending they're not bothered about something, but deep down inside they are, you know. That could be another way of looking at it. But someone definitely needs to take a break for something, to clear the head, to gain a better perspective, not to look at things while they're in the middle of a painful situation, but to try to step out of it and analyze, why does this hurt me? Why does this make me feel this way? You know, what is it that I'm doing? What is it that this person is doing that is causing me to feel this way? Because, yeah, sometimes it's people doing things that bother us, but the thing is, if we're still in situations where people are doing things that bother us, then is it really their fault? We're essentially condoning whatever they're doing. You know, we're not setting up boundaries, we're not speaking up for ourselves, and we're betraying ourselves. And that's another way you can hurt yourself. You know, whenever you betray yourself, you go against yourself, you're hurting yourself. But it could be a divine feminine, you, if you're the divine feminine, or someone you're dealing with. But I'm gonna clarify that card, those cards. And it's funny too, because when you think about the earth energy, some of you may be needing to ground yourself. Yeah, some of you maybe need to ground yourself. Emotionally ground yourself, because there could have been something that has been... No. I don't know if there was some sort of deception too. If someone lied to you and that caused you pain as well, because we have the bluff card. Or someone could be pretending they're not hurt, or somebody did something to cause you to get hurt. But there could be somebody that's afraid too, because the pain, it says apprehensive, cautious too. I want to know. Okay, so I'm going to clarify each card separately. Okay, just so you know, I'm wearing my sunglasses because my eyes are sensitive to the sun and also the wind. My eyes get irritated. I even have to wear sunglasses in the winter. I know people are like, she's hiding behind her shades. I have eyes, I'm human. I just have to protect them. My eyes are sensitive to dust and stuff like that. Dust and wind. All right. Bluff card, okay. Tell me about bluff. Well, these two cards came out. So I have the Five of Wands, which is indicating there's like competition, there's conflict, there's opposing viewpoints. Four of Pentacles, somebody is in their comfort zone, holding back. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is like collaboration, teamwork, working together, sharing the same viewpoint. But with the Bluff card, that's a weird combination. Five of Swords. Some of you could have had an argument that may have to, I don't know, because Third Pentacles is not about the third parties. It's about collaboration. Maybe, okay. Do you feel, I don't know how this resonates. Do some of you feel like somebody was lying about where they were, like they were friends or not, or they were working, something like that? Take it as it resonates. Like I said, everybody's situation is different. But there could have been some sort of disagreement, argument. I don't know, some of you feel like you're in competition with something or someone. You felt like you had to compete for someone's time and energy, that this person may have been distracted with other things and not giving you enough time. Four of Pentacles is about staying in your comfort zone, feeling safe and secure where you are. But I feel like, I don't know if you or somebody was watching another person with other people. I don't know if that makes sense. And that could have brought your guard up. And some of you may have pretended something didn't bother you, but it really did. And it may not even be something that you even shared with this person. I don't know how that resonates. Sometimes we see things that we keep it to ourselves, but it bothers us. But then you got to figure out, like, why does it bother you? You know, is the person doing something wrong? Or is it because did the person actually do something wrong that you saw them doing? Like, did you go to see them, or did they come to see you? They saw you doing something, or you were with other people, or I don't know. Because this could also be, like, for some of you, there could be someone that likes you, and they may feel like they have competition. So they want to come towards you. They want to go towards you, but then they see you. I don't know if this person, they want to talk to you, but they can't because there's always people around. They feel like they had to compete for your attention. Maybe it's vice versa. You may feel like you had to compete for their attention, probably because you feel like they're talking to other people, dealing with other people. Please take it as it resonates, because I'm trying to read this in a love situation. But you could be like, you or them. You could see them with other people, but they're probably just working. They're not doing anything. Or you were just working, not doing anything. Or there could be. It depends. The thing is, like, if you're not sure about something, you got to ask questions. But then you don't know if the person is going to be honest with you. You know, you really don't know. Unless you know the person, you know how they work, you know how to tell if they're lying or not, you know? Because I have the Five of Swords here too. The Five of Swords is about winning at all costs. It's about, like, you want to win at something, win an argument. But there was definitely conflict. It could be have to do with the past. Like maybe stuff in the past puts you in this energy where you feel like you're in competition with people. Oh my God, this is so weird. Like I don't even know if I'm making sense. I don't know if this has to do with your past situation, and then you're like comparing the situation, and like, this is familiar, this is reminding me of something I've experienced in the past, and it's causing like a reaction out of you, making you apprehensive, or making this person apprehensive. It could be their past, it could be anything. Oh my gosh. But the pretending something's not bothering you, look at the bluff pain perspective. Okay, all right, what's this pain about? Tell me about the pain. What is this pain? Hermit. Some of you can have Earth. This is Virgo energy, pain. Some of you are spending a lot of time by yourself. Yeah, look at this, the Moon card. Moon, that's Cancer. Cancerian. What else? That's major arcana. I think there's certain things that you have to work through, because if there's something that's bothering you, you can't like brush it under the rug, especially when it comes to relationships. If there's something that's bothering you, you need to address it. You and your partner need to address it. If there's something your partner's doing, or if you're in a relationship already, you need to talk about this with your partner to work it through, work it out. If this is someone that you're talking to in this, you're not like, you're pretending something's not bothering you, but then if this is a person that you consider a friend, like you developed a friendship with, or like you're developing a relationship or a bond with them, you should be able to talk about whatever's bothering you instead of acting like it's not, instead of holding it in. Because for some of you, the pain that some of you may be isolating yourself, and you may be doing that, you may need to do that to be able to process whatever it is that's bothering you, if that resonates with you. Because it could be anything. It could be anything I've already said or nothing I've said. You will know what those cards mean to you. But the Hermit is about introspection. It's about being alone, taking time to yourself. It's detaching and being in solitude, being one with yourself. But this could be what you need to process whatever pain or discomfort, apprehension that you're experiencing, any fear that you're experiencing. Because the fact that the moon came out, it's like there's certain feelings that you need to process, and this is something that you have to process on your own. Or it could be what this person, if you're not talking to this person, this could be what this person is doing too. All right, because I gotta read, like, take it as it resonates. You can flip the roles as you see fit. Remember, everybody's situation is different. But some of you may have, I would say for me, I've done this. Like if I feel like I'm not in the best energy and there's something that's really bothering me, I have to dissect what it is. Because if you don't process whatever you're feeling and you try to sweep it under the rug, it's gonna come back again and again and again, because it's something that you need to address. It's something that you need to overcome. It's something that you need to heal from. So the Virgo and the moon is like you have to take time to yourself to process whatever feelings you're experiencing. What are your fears? What are your insecurities? What do you keep hidden? But you don't, this is something personal. You don't have to share it with the world. This is for you alone. Remember, because you're with yourself 365, 24/7, right? Even on a leap year, you're with yourself. But can I get another card for the pain? Also, you got to understand too where this pain is coming from. Is it coming from your ego, or is it coming from past hurts, that you have yet to heal from? Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with your self-confidence, with the Queen of Wands coming out. The Queen of Wands is the most confident queen, She could be a little bit cocky too. you know, but this could be have to do with your personal or their or them, whoever you're dealing with. Remember, somebody has an issue with their confidence, you know, and that's something that could be what's causing some sort of sense of insecurity or I don't want to say unworthiness, but there could be, like, some of you may question your worth, you know? You may question, am I pretty enough? Am I smart enough? Am I funny enough? Am I thin enough? Am I thick enough? Am I this enough? Or am I that enough? Whatever that is for you. But the thing is, you're more than all those other things too, you know? You're a combination of all those things. And remember, the right person for you will ever make you feel that way. But you got to remember too, it's people don't have to validate us. We have to already know who we are, what our value is, and people are just supposed to not validate it, but yeah, they basically, if they tell you something, you're like, yeah, I already know. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm smart. I know I got a nice ass, or I got a nice smile, or whatever. You know, you take the compliment and that's it. But you already know. You're already confident. You're self-assured with yourself. And that may be something that you need to work on, because if you feel like say you are interested in somebody, but then you see them talking to other people, that doesn't mean, sometimes, not all the time, that doesn't mean they're always flirting with other people, especially if they've just been flirting with you and then you see them talking to another feminine, or you see a feminine talking to another masculine. Please take it as it resonates. That doesn't mean they're always flirting. Sometimes it could be that, you know. And that could be where the watching is. You like watching to see what this person doing. Like, let's see how this person acts. You want to see them in their natural habitat when you're not around. How are they going to be acting when you're not around? You know. You know, do they bluff? Do they pretend? Are they pretending to be something they're not? But the thing is, it's like, regardless of whatever that other person's doing, you got to be confident in yourself. If that person wants to be flirting with everybody and their mother, then let them be that type of person. But that doesn't have any bearing on your value. Okay, you get to decide if you want to entertain that type of energy or not. If this is someone that you feel like is, you know, who may be, this is coming up randomly, but I feel like it's somebody's message. If you feel like you're talking to someone who's always entertaining other people and that bothers you, that doesn't have anything to do with you. Just because they're talking to other people doesn't mean you're less than or anything. That's a them issue. And if someone is talking to a lot of people, I mean, well, if you're not in a relationship, they're allowed to do that. But guess what? You're allowed to do that too. Okay? So don't let one person determine your value. Okay? Don't let anybody determine your value. You decide that for yourself. Okay? But know that if you're not in a relationship, you get to talk to other people too. Just make sure you're, you know, staying within your boundaries and you're protecting yourself, but also have self-respect, you know? But don't, if somebody else is doing something that bothers you and that has you questioning your self-worth, then that's the problem. Don't let what anybody else do make you question who you are, because that don't got nothing to do with you. That's all about them. Because the person that values you and wants you alone, they will never put you in that energy. They will never do anything that will have you questioning them, you know? And if you see something, say something. Yo, I saw you talking to Susan, you know? What were you talking about? You know, you look like you were very friendly. And you'll know based on their reaction, how they respond. Like, oh, why are you watching me? Why, you don't trust me? You know, if they get like that, then you know that's someone you probably need to cut off, because you're getting defensive. If you weren't doing anything wrong, why are you getting upset? Why are you getting defensive? You know, but then some people are really good at hiding that shit. They know, you know, people know how to bluff. I'm not trying to make anybody paranoid, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I would say the pain that could be tied to someone's insecurities, someone's value of themselves. But you have to remember who you are. Remember the power that you have within you, you know? And you don't have to deal with anything that you don't deserve, okay? But whatever it is, make sure that you're not allowing anybody's actions to dictate how you see yourself, how you value yourself, even your worth, your beauty, your power, your talents, your skills, anything. Because you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you know? You're unique in your own right. We all are. Okay. So let's see what the perspective is. I'm sorry I had to like go off on that, but somebody needed to hear that. Because I understand how that is too. I understand. I've been in that place before. I was like, wait a minute, you're talking to other people? I can talk to other people too. I'm not like that though. I can't. I could talk to people, I can't flirt with a lot of people. I don't know. I think it has to do with me being a woman, and then how this is bad, but this is the reality though, is a perception, you know? Because I honestly don't want anybody to be looking at me like I'm a whore, you know? But you know, they're gonna meet people that think that anyway, so. But you know, like I don't want to add fuel to the fire, if you know what I mean. You know, because people could talk, but then if you give them, I guess, the evidence, it makes it look like it's true. But the thing is too, you can't give a fuck what anybody thinks. But also, I don't want to be flirting with multiple people anyway. I don't want to be giving out we should be very protective of our energy, you know? We shouldn't be giving our attention to anyone or anything. We should be very discerning, because remember, your attention is your energy, and your energy is very valuable. You know, if it doesn't help you glow, it's a hell no. All right, I'm just gonna say that. That came up to my mind right now. If it doesn't help you glow or grow, then it's a hell no. All right, perspective. We got one card for perspective. The High Priestess. Okay, it's about the High Priestess. High Priestess goes within. She knows her secret. She knows the truth. She knows the truth. That's what some of you need to do. King of Pentacles. Ground yourself. How important it is to value yourself. Value, stable, worth. Some of you, because we're going back to the other card, your intuition, if you're not in a grounded energy, you're not going to be able to hear anything your intuition is telling you. Too. Because if there's something that your intuition may be telling you about a specific situation that you're in, and you're allowing your emotions to get the best of you, even your anger, because of Queen of Wands, her jealousy, in the shadow aspect, there could be jealousy, insecurity, egoistic, itchy. You know, if you're in that energy, if you're always in your emotions, you're not going to be able to discern anything your intuition is telling you. So any messages you may be, like I was talking about intrusive thoughts, there may be certain thoughts that you get that will get the better of you. And then that could throw you off course. So it's very much important for you, in order to see things from a very clear perspective, it's important for you to be grounded, to not let your emotions throw you off balance. You have to be grounded and secure where you are. Learn how to quiet those ground yourself, right? So that you can listen to your emotions, see what they're telling you, because our emotions are our teacher, you know? So what are our emotions telling us? What are your emotions telling you? This is where you have to ground yourself. The Hermit does that by staying to themselves, staying away from people, staying away from situations, disengaging, detaching, going within. You need to do that in order to ground yourself. Some of you need to do that. It can even be meditation. There's different grounding methods that people can do. Like I like to be around nature. I like to be around the trees. You see, I'm around trees. I'm near the water. There's wind. I have the sun. I have like all the elements here with me. But you find what helps center you, what will help you ground yourself, because this is where you can listen to your intuition and what it may be telling you, especially if you are dealing with a situation where you're not sure if somebody is lying, being deceptive, is dealing with other people or not, right? Look at that, the Hangman card is at the bottom. And the Hangman looks at things from a different perspective. But it's hard to see things when you're clouded by anger, frustration, sadness, depression, or whatever negative thoughts may be in your mind. You have to control your mind. You have to control your thoughts. so that you can see the truth, so that you can see things clearly. I won't say theory, see things clearly. Listen to see what your intuition is telling you. Being able to discern what is intuition or what are egoistic thoughts. Can I get another card for perspective? You are the captain of your ship, okay? You decide which direction your ship is going to go. Are you going to crash into that mountain? Because you're not seeing things clearly? Or are you going to navigate the storms, the emotional storms you're experiencing with whatever's going on, so that you can see things clearly? You got to remove the cloudy thoughts. Leave those thoughts behind you. Especially if these are thoughts that have continued to follow you wherever you go. You know? These thoughts. Okay, can I get one more card for perspective? Ooh, Magician. So Magician has all the tools in the trade, right? It has all the power, the control over oneself, right? You see a lot of butterflies. You get to choose, you get to decide how you transform your thoughts, what it is that you attract to yourself with the Magician, you know? Gemini energy. We got Earth sign with Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And then we have Pisces and Cancer. And fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? But the Magician. You are the creator of your world, right? You get to create whatever your thoughts are, that becomes your reality, you know? So if you're having negative thoughts, if you're letting your fears get the better of you, then you're just going to continue to attract situations or get involved in situations that validate and instill those fears. But it's right now, I feel like right now you have to transform the way you're thinking about things, the way you're seeing something. And it all starts with you having control over your emotions and being more logical. Gemini is, I know it's Virgo and Gemini, right? It's the Magician, because they're both ruled by Mercury. But Virgo is grounding, but Gemini is about your thoughts. It could be about, and also is the way you're communicating, how you're processing the information that you're receiving or the information that you're sharing. So you gotta pay me for that, sir. The Magician, you get to transform your thoughts, you know? But in order for you to know what that is, you have to take time to yourself, to introspect, to see what is it in the situation that's disturbing you, you know? Is this something internal or is this something external? Is it from the past or is it something that's happening currently, you know? But you get to choose how you view things. You know, you get to look at things from a positive place or a negative place. And whatever decision you make, that's going to determine how clearly you see things. If you're wanting to see things, whatever. Okay, so we got the Nine of Pentacles, independent energy. This is about being stable, grounded, and secure where you are. Feeling that sense of fulfillment within yourself, with where you are right now at this moment, you know? Let's see. But in order for that's going to be what you have to shift your perspective. Remember, we get to choose how we see things. You know, we could choose to see it from a negative or positive lens. But then if we decide negative, then, I mean, you could look at it from a negative lens, just to look at the possibility, to gain an understanding, to look at both sides of the coins. But then you also got to see how it makes you feel too. And if those thoughts and feelings are valid, you know? Does looking at it from a negative standpoint, is it what it really is, or is it just, or is this coming from past pain, past experiences that you've had. Okay. So, let me see. That's it for this message. I hope it was helpful to you all. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you are, you can check out the membership that I offer. You can see if that aligns with you in any way. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead. And I look forward to seeing you next time. If not, I'll see you another time. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.